This story is about Marcus, a man who faced prejudice that could have ruined his life. It's a story of strength, courage, and a moment of reckoning when the truth couldn't be ignored. Let's dive into this emotional and thought-provoking tale. Marcus Carter, a hard-working man in his mid-30s, lives in a small apartment in a busy city. He's well-liked in his neighborhood for his quiet kindness and humble demeanor. Marcus works long hours as a warehouse manager, always striving to save enough money for his dream of starting a small logistics business. On a Saturday morning, Marcus heads to a well-known grocery store. With his grocery list in hand, he's thinking about how he'll surprise his niece later with her favorite snacks. The grocery store is bustling with people. Marcus smiles and greets a few familiar faces as he grabs a cart. He moves through the aisles, carefully comparing prices and checking items off his list. At one point, Marcus notices a store clerk eyeing him. He brushes it off, assuming they're just doing their job. However, as Marcus reaches for a pack of batteries for his niece's toy, he notices the clerk speaking to another employee, both glancing at him. Marcus's heart sinks slightly, but he convinces himself he's imagining things. "Don't let it bother you," he mutters under his breath. In the produce section, Marcus helps an elderly woman who struggles to grab a bag of apples. She thanks him warmly, but as Marcus turns, he catches another store employee watching him closely. When Marcus moves to the self-checkout lane, he notices the security guard, a tall man with a stern look, positioning himself nearby. Marcus carefully scans each item, making sure to bag them properly. As he pays with his debit card, he senses tension building. He sees the cashier at the main counter whispering to the security guard, and it's clear they're looking in his direction. As Marcus walks toward the exit, the security guard steps in front of him. "Excuse me, sir," the guard says loudly, his tone firm. Shoppers nearby pause and turn to watch. The guard accuses Marcus of stealing a pack of batteries. Marcus is stunned. "What are you talking about?" he says calmly. "I scanned everything. Check the receipt." The manager arrives, a middle-aged woman with a clipboard, looking skeptical. She doesn't ask for the receipt but instead signals the guard to escort Marcus to the back office. "I didn't steal anything," Marcus protests. "This is a misunderstanding." But the guard replies coldly, "You can explain that once we review the footage." Marcus is led through the store, feeling the stares and whispers of other shoppers. A few murmur, "Probably another thief," while others just look away. In the back office, the guard and manager insist on searching Marcus's bags. Marcus's voice shakes as he demands to see the footage instead. One employee mutters, "They're all the same," not realizing Marcus can hear. Marcus's hands clench, but he takes a deep breath, refusing to lose his composure. Just as the situation seems hopeless, Clara, a woman who had been in the same checkout line, speaks up. She knocks on the office door and tells the manager she saw Marcus scanning every single item. "You're accusing the wrong person," she says firmly. "I stood right behind him and watched. He didn't steal anything." The manager looks annoyed but reluctantly agrees to check the security footage. Everyone watches the footage together. It shows Marcus scanning every item, including the batteries. But then, another customer, a middle-aged white man, can be seen slipping a pack of batteries into his pocket in the same aisle Marcus had been in earlier. The room falls silent. Marcus glares at the manager, his anger restrained. Clara folds her arms, looking at the staff with clear disapproval. The manager apologizes to Marcus, but her tone is defensive. "It's just protocol," she says, trying to excuse their actions. Marcus doesn't accept the apology. "Protocol didn't stop you from profiling me the moment I walked in," he says. His voice is calm, but his words cut deeply. Clara stands by his side, backing him up. "If I hadn't been here, would you have admitted your mistake?" she asks the manager. As Marcus leaves the store, he's greeted by a few shoppers who had overheard what happened. Some apologize, while others look away, clearly embarrassed. Later that evening, Marcus shares his story on social media. His post, accompanied by a picture of his receipt and the security footage, goes viral. He doesn't name the store but focuses on the larger issue of racial profiling. The story gains attention from local news outlets, sparking debates about implicit bias and the need for better training in customer service. A week later, the store issues a formal apology and announces mandatory anti-bias training for all employees. Clara and Marcus stay in touch, forming an unlikely friendship through the ordeal. Marcus realizes that while the experience was humiliating, it became a turning point for change, not just for him but for others who face similar injustices. This story is a powerful reminder of the damage prejudice can do and the strength it takes to stand against it. Marcus's dignity and Clara's courage brought the truth to light, but how many stories like this go unheard? Let's learn to see each other as human beings, not through the lens of stereotypes. After all, it's our shared humanity that matters most.